Morning students, from the chapter Gender, Religion and Caste. Today we are going to discuss caste in politics. We can see most of the community that forms in today's world is based on the caste. That means where we are living, mostly the same caste people are living together. In the case of communalism, this belief is not borne out by our experience. Caste is one aspect of our experience, but it is not the only relevant or the most important aspect. So, caste, here it is said that caste is very important, but it is not the most important one. So, in the matter of the communalism, though caste is important, but other than caste, there are another aspects also. Now we are going to discuss about caste can take various forms in politics. In the first point it is given, when parties choose candidates in election, they keep in mind the caste composition of the electorate and nominate candidates from different castes so as to muster necessary support to win election. When governments are formed, political parties usually take care the representatives of different castes and tribes find a place in it. In this point it is said that whenever for the election the parties are choosing the candidates, they are choosing the candidates for the constituencies after seeing the composition of that constituency, which caste people are more in that constituency. Most of the time the parties wants to put the alike candidates for that. Even in the government formation also, political parties usually take care of the caste composition of the areas. In the second point, political parties and candidates in election make appeals to caste sentiment to muster support. Some political parties are known to favor some castes and are seen as their representatives. So most of the political parties and the candidates for their election campaign, they are trying to appeal with the caste sentiment. In that way they want to get more vote or want to collect more vote. Some political parties, as in the present world also we know, some political parties are considered or said as in the favor of so and so caste. So in that way the caste mixed in politics. In the third point, universal adult franchise and the principle of a one person one vote compelled political leaders to gear up to the task of mobilizing and securing political support. It also brought new consciousness among the people of castes that were hitherto treated as inferior and low. So, though universal adult franchise, that is the right to vote given by the constitution to all the adult citizens of India, but there also sometimes we can see that the political leaders try to mobilize the people by the name of caste to get political support. Though this nowadays this brought a new consciousness among the people about this universal adult franchise. Next is given, the focus on caste in politics can sometimes give an impression that elections are all about caste and nothing else. That is far from true. Just consider this. So sometimes the caste taken by the political parties or political leaders in a way that people may think that caste and politics are merged. There is nothing else about this too. But the truth is, no parliamentary constituency in the country has a clear majority of a single caste. So, every candidate and party needs to win the confidence of more than one caste and community to win election. So, in this point it is said, suppose in your community, particular caste or language people or religious people are not living, obviously. So if a political party for suppose a particular area choosing a candidates which belongs to a majority caste group of that particular constituency, so when the election will happen, it is not sure that all the same caste people will cast vote to that candidate. And if they cannot motivate all the people of that constituency, they may not win. So that's why it is said that every candidate and party needs to win the confidence of more than one caste. So if you want to win, then you have to get confidence or the trust from more than one caste community people. Second point, no party wins the votes of all the voters of a caste or community. When people say that a caste is a vote bank of one party, it usually means that a large proportion of the voters from the caste vote for that party. So, is it any guarantee that the same caste people will vote for the candidate? There is no guarantee, because voting right is the personal right, personal choice. So you may not like the same caste people for voting purposes. So here it is said that if you want to win, only you are convincing your caste group people, but it is not guaranteed that all your caste group people will cast vote for you. So in that way, sometimes, so whenever we are using the word vote bank, that mean that particular caste group people, most of the people are voting for that particular party. Third point here again given, many political parties may put up candidates from the same caste. Some voters have more than one candidate from their caste, while many voters have no candidates from their caste. Whenever caste is taken into politics, then what will happen? Suppose a particular constituency A, that is a particular caste composition is living there. So obviously one party will not contesting the election. So every party is putting the same caste group candidate for that constituency. So the voters may become puzzled. So because as per caste, all the parties are putting forward the same caste group people, so whom they will vote, and they who are the other people living there other than that caste candidate's caste, so they will not find any similar caste group candidate for voting. So it became a problem for the political party as well as for the voters. Fourthly, the ruling party of the sitting MP or MLA frequently lose election in our country. That could not have happened in all castes and communities were frozen in their political preferences. In the definition of democracy we got earlier in class 9, that the ruling parties may have a fair chance of losing. And the same thing here also said, whoever the MLAs and MPs, they are working today for the next election, they may not win. So next paragraph it is given, while caste matters in electoral politics, so do many other factors. The voters have strong attachment to political parties, which is often stronger than their attachment to their caste and community. That means voters have more attachment not with the caste but with the party. We are fond of the parties, not with the castes. People within the same caste or community have different interests depending on their economic condition. So whenever people, same caste group people, all are everyone's aim and objectives are not same. Their social and economic circumstances may change their demand. Rich and poor, or men or women from the same caste, often vote very differently. Even there are many cases we can see around us that from the same family, the family members are casting vote to different parties. So people's assessment of the performance of the government and the popularity rating of the leaders matter and are often decisive in election. So if we are saying that this is from that caste or this from that caste, it is not at all correct. It is about their performances and about the choices made by the voters. So next class we are going to discuss about politics in caste. Today we discussed caste in politics, and in the next we will discuss the opposite one, politics in caste. Thank you for today.